Welcome back to Naturally Reversed. Alkali Warriors, what's up? On today's episode of Going Alkaline in an Acid Society, we're talking about the pH level of our blood having to remain at 7.4. And if it drops below 7.4 due to eating any product on the side of an acid side of life, such as the meat, the dairy, the starch, the vegetables that they said was good for us, but actually is created by man, genetically modified to be that species. So the carrot, for example, was taken by the wild yam and the Queen Anne's lace. You have to take a slice out of one plant, cut the heart out of the other, put the heart in the other plant, bind it up with a starch. That's why it's so starchy. Put it back in the ground. Now you got the carrot. Now you got the broccoli, the cauliflower. These things do not grow in the wild. They grow in somebody's backyard. Just like the chicken. Chicken does not come from nature. Chicken is a genetically modified species. The chicken will disrupt your confidence, as mess up all of your hormones and everything that you basically need to stay balanced. The dairy products is lactose, another form of acid. Starch, it's carbonic acid. All these breads and everything, you want to get away from them and go to the alkaline side of life. Staying away from the hybrid herbs, even though people are like, oh my god, like herbs, flat earth, literally like give me some green tea. Green tea, there's nothing inside of green tea of value. Nothing. Green tea is a bunch of nothingness. Go and drink some spring water, you'll be better off. Seriously, go to the alkaline side of life. You want burdock root. Everything inside of your tea, family, there's got to be burdock root inside of it. Whatever mix that you're having, if there's no burdock root inside of it, you don't even want it. Burdock root is the miracle herb for everything. Everything. I could sit here and name all diseases. Burdock root. Why? Because it is loaded with iron. It's loaded with calcium. It's loaded with phosphate minerals, such as the iron and the calcium, because phosphate minerals basically is a form of the plants going through this phase called ironthrophosis, where these plants, these fruit trees, these vegetables and sea vegetables, they attach themselves to the earth and they dig their roots deep into the earth, deep into the ground, deep into the rocks, converting this rock form mineral, especially sea moss, converting this rock form mineral into a liquid digestible mineral called phosphate for you and me and every single other electrical being on this earth to digest. So especially the sea moss, because sea moss grows on a literal rock inside the ocean. So the sea moss is taking those oxide minerals and literally is soaking them, extracting them into each strand of the moss. And when you eat this sea moss, not only do you get calcium and iron and freaking potassium, magnesium, but you get many other phosphate minerals that truly you've never heard of, but truly you don't even really need to hear of, because it's all labels for things that you don't really need necessarily. Like really, you don't need to know that you need iron. You don't even need to know that you need calcium. Because iron and calcium, potassium, magnesium, they're all inside of what grows from the earth and was not genetically modified like your little, like not your little, like these guys over here. the carrots, the broccoli, the cauliflower. This stuff was not genetically modified, alright? So you still want to go to your seeded watermelon. You want to go to your seeded grapes. You don't want to have seedless anything unless you're cool with your DNA being altered. I'm for sure as hell not okay with that. And I'm not okay with, eating something that's going to take my seed. Because if you're eating a seedless anything, get ready, because you may become seedless as well. Does that make sense to you? So, one thing that I want to mention is the monosaccharides. Everybody's saying, oh, you got to stay away from fructose. Those people don't know what fructose is. What you really want to stay away from is complex sugars, which is processed, dead, polysaccharide, many different sugars in one product. You want to go over here to the monosaccharides. Fructose is a monosaccharide, and a monosaccharide is one sugar. So when you're over here and you're eating one type of sugar, which is how we were designed to be, go up to the plants and you pick the fruit right off the plant and you eat that fruit. You don't necessarily have 20 different fruit trees growing in one piece of land that all gets ripe at the same time, because that is the only thing that you would eat in that natural vegetation, in going back to the roots where, we didn't have society to fall back on and do these things for us, So, that's basically it. I mean, for now, the reason why you want to stay at a 7.4 pH level. So, besides everything that I just said, I started this video off saying we want to make sure that the blood pH level, potential hydrogen, stays and remains at a 7.4 pH. So I went through all of this for you to understand that you're messing with pH. Whenever you consume something over here, you're messing with the pH level. And when you mess with the pH level, you mess with the blood. And that blood is the powerhouse. Without the blood, you're not alive. Literally, without the blood, there's no oxygen that's going to reach the brain and the heart. Without the blood, nothing is being carried to the organs. The blood is supposed to flow. So when you clogging it up with the polysaccharides, stops the blood flow, stops the oxygen flow, stopping electricity flow. So when you eat an acid product, it disrupts the 7.4 pH level, because when you eat the acid products, and especially these polysaccharides, and then your lymphatic system pretty much is the sewage system of your body, from my understanding. And it basically takes the waste inside of your body and eliminates it. Now, if your lymphatic system is backed up and it's not eliminating the waste, the acid products that are sitting inside of you are going to disperse, and a lot of it is going to reach the bloodstream, and that bloodstream is very particular on this 7.4 pH level. It must remain 7.4. It cannot go higher, it cannot go lower. So 7.4 pH level, when the acid goes into the bloodstream, our own body starts to strip its own alkaline material, such as calcium, potassium, magnesium, from our bones, our important organs, our very important organ, takes the calcium right out of the gland, which is the seed of our intuition, is the seat of our intuition, of our instincts, of our gut instincts, of our survival instincts. You know, when you disrupting the 7.4 pH level and you got acid in your circulation, your body needs to start stripping its own alkaline material just to neutralize that acid. And most of the time, when there's too much acid, it strips enough calcium from your bones, brings it back into that area, and it forms a ball. It forms a trash bag. It traps the acid in this outer shell of calcium. That's why a lot of people talk about calcium deposits. It's an acid trash bag. When you cut it open, it's straight acid mucus. It's a mucified acid. So, to get rid of the disease, you have to get rid of the acid. To start your repair work, you got to get rid of the acid and you got to go to the alkaline side of life, the herbs. Start detoxing, right? And you want to start cleansing, because detoxing is stripping the body of all the plaque, everything that's been sitting inside of your colon, your lymphatic system, being packed on the walls, on the sides of your stomach. The herbs will go in and detox you. And you want to cleanse as well with the fruits, few veggies, but necessarily the vegetables are to rebuild. So after you detox and cleanse, you want to take the vegetables to revitalize the body and rebuild the body back up after, all the energy that was lost in the presence of disease. So that's basically it. Go to your sea moss and bladderwrack mix. That's available right on naturallyreversed.net. You can click the link in my bio. So you also go get the book, Naturally Reversed, The Ultimate Guide to Reversing All Disease. That's the first book. And then, New Human Series 1111. And then we got this book, The Uno Card. So this is basically like the 333 method I put together. And you want to stay alkaline, family. That's basic. That's really it. Follow me on TikTok. I got 4 other accounts. My main account on there is at A Step Above Vegan. You could also find me on other accounts if that one happens to get banned, because like my